In the middle of the 20th century, a quiet revolution began. Factories around the globe buzzed to life, churning out a new material: plastic. This innovation promised to reshape our world. Imagine vintage black and white footage. Scientists in crisp lab coats experimenting with strange, glossy substances. Early advertisements, now faded, glow with excitement as families unbox their first plastic kitchenware, marveling at its shine and lightness. Stock footage shifts to hands pouring water into an unbreakable plastic cup, and a mother packing sandwiches into the first plastic lunchboxes. The world is changing. Plastic starts to seep into our homes, our workplaces, and our daily routines. We see scenes of bustling 1950s grocery stores, clerks stacking brightly colored plastic containers on shelves, and children pushing plastic toy cars across checkerboard floors. In these early years, plastic is a symbol of hope and progress. It offers new possibilities, new shapes, and new colors. It is hailed as a miracle, a sign that anything is possible in this age of invention. Little did we know, this material, so light, so convenient, would become the backbone of modern life, setting the stage for the age of convenience that was about to unfold. As the years went by, plastic began to appear in every corner of our lives. Its influence grew until it was almost invisible, a constant presence we took for granted. Think of the food we buy. It is often wrapped in a thin layer of plastic film to keep it fresh. Our milk and juice come in plastic cartons and bottles. These containers are light, making them easy to carry. They do not break if we drop them. This convenience changed how we shop and how we live. We could store food for longer periods, reducing waste in some ways and making our busy lives just a little bit simpler. Plastic also transformed the world of medicine in truly life-saving ways. Before plastic, many medical tools had to be made of glass or metal. They needed to be carefully sterilized after every single use. But plastic brought about the age of disposable medical equipment. Syringes, gloves, IV bags, and blood bags could be made cheaply from sterile plastic. They could be used once and then safely discarded. This simple change dramatically reduced the spread of infection in hospitals. It has saved countless lives and has become a cornerstone of modern healthcare, a silent guardian in our clinics and operating theaters. Beyond food and medicine, plastic made so many products cheaper and more accessible to people all over the world. Toys that were once carved from wood became brightly colored plastic creations, sparking the imaginations of children everywhere. Household appliances, furniture, and electronics all began to incorporate plastic parts, making them lighter and less expensive to produce. The clothes we wear often contain plastic fibers like polyester and nylon. These fabrics are durable, easy to wash, and affordable. Plastic, in many ways, helped to democratize comfort and convenience. This explosion of plastic use happened because it is an incredibly useful material. It is waterproof, strong, and can be molded into any form imaginable. For manufacturers, it was a dream come true. They could produce goods faster and at a lower cost than ever before. For consumers, it meant more choice and lower prices. Life became easier. We could have things we could only dream of before. This is the great appeal of plastic. It offered a world of ease and abundance, a world where the necessities and luxuries of life were within reach for more people than ever before. For a long time, we only saw the good side of plastic. We enjoyed its benefits without thinking much about where it went afterwards. But the very thing that makes plastic so useful, its durability, is also what makes it so dangerous. Plastic does not simply disappear. It does not rot away like a leaf or an apple core. Instead, it breaks down into smaller and smaller pieces over hundreds of years. Every piece of plastic ever made, unless it has been burned, still exists on our planet in some form. This startling fact is the heart of the problem we now face. The consequences of our reliance on plastic are now all around us. We see it tangled in trees and littering our streets. We see it piled high in landfills, great mountains of our discarded waste. But the most devastating impact is in our oceans. Rivers carry our plastic waste from the land out to the sea. It is estimated that millions of tons of plastic enter our oceans every single year. These plastics are then carried by currents to every corner of the globe, from the sunny beaches of the tropics to the frozen ice of the Arctic. Our oceans are slowly turning into a plastic soup. This plastic pollution is a grave threat to marine life. We have all seen the heartbreaking images. A sea turtle that has mistaken a plastic bag for a jellyfish, its natural food. A seabird with its stomach full of plastic bottle caps and lighters, unable to eat real food. Seals and dolphins become entangled in discarded fishing nets and plastic rings, leading to injury, drowning, and a slow, painful death. These animals are the innocent victims of our throwaway culture. They are paying the ultimate price for our convenience, for our failure to manage the materials we create. The problem goes even deeper. As plastic breaks down in the ocean, it becomes tiny particles known as microplastics. These particles are so small they are almost invisible. They are consumed by the smallest of sea creatures like plankton. Then, larger fish eat the plankton, and even larger animals eat those fish. The plastic moves up the food chain. It has been found in the seafood we eat and even in the salt we put on our food. We are, in a very real sense, consuming our own waste. The convenience we so readily embraced has come back to haunt us in a most unexpected and alarming way. The story of plastic is a paradox. It is a story of a brilliant invention that has brought immense benefits to humanity, yet has also unleashed a terrible wave of pollution that threatens our planet's delicate ecosystems. It has saved lives in our hospitals and made our lives more convenient, but it is also choking our oceans and harming innocent creatures. This is the plastic paradox. We are trapped between the good it does and the harm it causes. Acknowledging this duality is the first step towards finding a solution. We cannot simply turn back the clock, but we cannot continue as we are. So, what can be done? The challenge is immense, but it is not insurmountable. We must act on many levels, from individual choices to global agreements. As individuals, we can make a significant difference. We can start by reducing our own use of single-use plastics. We can carry reusable water bottles and coffee cups. We can choose to buy products with less plastic packaging. We can say no to plastic straws and bags. These may seem like small actions, but when millions of people do them together, they create a powerful wave of change that sends a clear message to businesses and governments. Communities also have a vital role to play. We can organize local cleanup events for our parks, rivers, and beaches. Schools can educate the next generation about the importance of recycling and the dangers of plastic pollution. Local governments can invest in better recycling facilities, making it easier for everyone to do the right thing. They can also support businesses that are actively trying to find alternatives to plastic. By working together, we can create communities that are cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable. It is about taking collective responsibility for the places we call home. Ultimately, we need bigger systemic changes. Scientists are working hard to invent new materials that are biodegradable, that can break down harmlessly in nature. Companies must redesign their products and packaging to use less plastic and to be fully recyclable. And governments around the world must cooperate to stop the flow of plastic into our oceans. The journey ahead is long, but we must begin now. We created this problem, and we have the intelligence and the will to solve it. The future of our blue planet, and the magnificent life it supports, depends on the choices we make today.